If you're over 60, living in the United States and concerned about your health, energy, or longevity, then this video was created just for you. Right now, 1 in every 4 Americans over 65 has multiple chronic diseases. Heart disease, diabetes, and cognitive decline are stealing the joy and independence of our golden years. The most heartbreaking part. Most of these conditions are not only preventable, they're also reversible with the right habits. But here's the real shocker. A groundbreaking report from the CDC revealed that over 80% of adults aged 60 and older failed to meet even the minimum recommended levels of physical activity and nutrition. That means millions are unknowingly aging faster, feeling weaker and living shorter lives than they need to. But take a deep breath, because there's hope. In fact, there's an entire country where seniors consistently defy aging statistics: Japan. They have some of the longest lifespans on Earth. And it's not just luck or good genes. It's daily habits rooted in wisdom, balance, and tradition. Today, we're diving into the powerful, science-backed lifestyle practices recommended by Japanese doctors that are helping their seniors live longer, healthier, and more joyful lives. If you watch closely and apply these tips, you too can increase your vitality, strength, and independence, even in your 70s, 80s, or beyond. But here's the deal. You have to watch this video all the way through. These tips work like puzzle pieces. Miss one, and the whole picture falls apart. If you want to feel energized in the morning, move better, think sharper, and smile more, stay with me. Watch every moment carefully, because the solution lies not in knowing, but in understanding and applying each tip correctly. That's how real transformation happens. Before we dive into today's valuable content, I want to start with a virtual handshake and get to know you better. Could you please take a moment to introduce yourself in the comments below? What's your name and where are you joining me from today? I'm thrilled to be part of this amazing community of older adults who are taking charge of their health and well-being. Your engagement and feedback mean the world to me. If you enjoy practical, easy-to-apply tips for living a longer, healthier, and more independent life, be sure to hit the subscribe button and turn on the notification bell so that we can stay connected and support each other on this journey to vibrant aging. Let's begin with the first life-changing habit Japanese doctors recommend: walking after meals. Meet Clara, a 70-year-old grandmother from Tacoma, Washington. She used to suffer from terrible indigestion, constant fatigue, and borderline blood sugar levels. But after learning from a Japanese friend about the power of post-meal walks, she made a simple change: walking for 15 minutes after every meal. Within 6 weeks, her digestion improved dramatically, her energy levels soared, and even her doctor noticed better blood sugar readings. You see, in Japan, short walks after meals are almost a cultural ritual. It's called shanpo and has been shown in numerous studies to reduce blood glucose spikes, improve digestion, and enhance circulation. One clinical trial from the University of Tokyo found that elderly participants who walked after meals had a 22% lower risk of developing type 2 diabetes. Isn't that incredible? So what's stopping you from giving it a try today? What time of day do you enjoy walking the most? Morning, afternoon, or evening? Let me know in the comments. Now let's talk about something most people ignore: chewing food slowly. It may sound too simple to matter, but studies in Japan have proven this habit is a game changer for aging adults. The Japanese Ministry of Health even promotes hara hachibu, which translates to eat until you're 80% full. This method encourages mindful eating, slow chewing, and portion awareness. Why is this important? Because digestion starts in the mouth. The more you chew, the better your body absorbs nutrients, the more satisfied you feel, and the less likely you are to overeat. In fact, researchers from Osaka University found that elderly people who practiced slow chewing experienced better weight control and fewer incidents of acid reflux and indigestion. It's not just about living longer, it's about living better, with fewer medications and fewer complaints. So here's a challenge. During your next meal, try chewing each bite at least 20 times. Pay attention to how your body feels afterward. Did it help you feel more satisfied with less food? Share your experience below. Here's the third powerful habit: daily green tea. Green tea isn't just a drink in Japan, it's a cultural staple and a medicinal powerhouse. Rich in antioxidants, especially EGCG, it helps fight inflammation, boost brain function, and protect the heart. A study published in the Journal of the American Medical Association followed over 40,000 Japanese adults and found that those who drank green tea daily had significantly lower risks of cardiovascular disease and stroke. The habit of sipping. Warm green tea after meals also helps with digestion and mental clarity. Plus, it provides a calm, focused energy without the jitteriness of coffee. Have you tried green tea regularly? Do you prefer it hot or iced? Let's share ideas in the comments below. If this video has helped you so far, please type yes in the comment section. If not, type no. This will help us create more valuable health content that meets your exact needs. Another beautiful tip we can borrow from Japanese tradition is daily stretching, known as Ragyo Taiso. Every morning in Japan, people of all ages gather in parks, community centers, or even inside their homes to follow along with short, gentle stretches. It's so popular that Japanese national radio broadcasts guided morning routines every single day. These movements aren't strenuous. They're designed to loosen joints, boost circulation, and wake up the nervous system. A study from Kyoto University found that seniors who practiced Ragyo Taiso daily had better balance, fewer falls, and higher mobility scores. That means they stayed independent longer, lived at home longer, and relied less on caregivers. Could this simple routine be the missing link in your morning? What does your morning routine look like? Would you be willing to try a 5-minute stretch session tomorrow? Midway through this video, I want to ask you a quick favor. If you're finding these insights helpful, can you take just a moment to hit the like button and share a comment? When you share your thoughts, tips, or even struggles, it's not just for you. It helps others in our community. You might inspire someone who really needs to hear your story today. We're building something special here. Let's keep the energy alive by supporting each other. Let's continue our journey through the daily wisdom of Japanese doctors by looking deeper into one of the most overlooked habits of all: breathing. In Japan, especially in traditional practices like Aikido and Zen meditation, breathing is not just about oxygen. It's about life force. Doctors teach older patients to spend at least 5 minutes each morning doing what's called kokyu-ho, a breathing method that involves deep nasal inhalation, slow expansion of the belly, and an even slower exhale through the mouth. This breathing regulates the vagus nerve, supports heart rhythm, and improves oxygen flow to the brain. Research from the University of Tokyo found that this breathing style lowers anxiety, blood pressure, and improves focus in older adults. Have you ever tried deep, mindful breathing as part of your morning routine? Or are you mostly rushing from bed to breakfast? Just 5 minutes could be your best medicine. Now let's talk about one of the most beautiful habits in Japanese culture: daily gratitude through writing. Doctors in Japan often recommend a kansha journal for seniors dealing with loneliness, depression, or even physical pain. Each morning or evening, the person writes down 3 things they're thankful for. These could be as simple as, "I enjoyed warm soup today," or "My neighbor smiled at me." You might be surprised, but a clinical study at Kyoto University found that seniors who kept daily gratitude journals had lower levels of inflammation markers, improved sleep, and higher social satisfaction. Gratitude shifts the focus away from what's wrong and back toward what's still working. So tell me, what's one thing, big or small, you're thankful for today? Write it in the comments and inspire someone else who needs hope right now. Another daily recommendation from Japanese doctors is gentle movement before breakfast. This could be slow stretching, yoga, or a traditional practice called radio taiso, a short morning exercise routine broadcasted across Japan since 1928. Even seniors in their 90s participate. Why? Because this low-impact practice improves circulation, lubricates joints, and supports lymphatic flow, especially after a night of sleep. Studies from Japan's Ministry of Health show that seniors who practice taiso daily have better mobility and balance, and a significantly lower fall rate. You don't need fancy gear, just a few feet of space and 5 minutes of intention. Could this be a new morning habit for you? Imagine waking up your muscles and mind before the world rushes in. Let's talk about Japanese bath culture, a quiet habit that's far more powerful than we think. Unlike Western showers, many Japanese seniors take hot baths, called ofuro, at night, often with Epsom salt or herbal infusions like yuzu or hinoki wood. These baths aren't just relaxing. They're medically recommended for muscle pain, insomnia, and circulation. A large-scale study by the Japan Public Health Center found that older adults who bathed in warm water at least 4 times per week had a 28% lower risk of heart disease and stroke. The key is water temperature, warm, not hot, and consistency. Have you ever considered making evening baths part of your sleep routine? Quick pause. If any of these tips have resonated with you so far, please give this video a thumbs up. Your like isn't just encouragement. It helps YouTube share this content with more seniors who need it most. One of the most fascinating habits doctors recommend to their older patients is something called monotasking. Unlike multitasking, which drains energy and fragments focus, monotasking means doing one thing at a time with full awareness. When eating, just eat. When walking, just walk. A 2023 study from Osaka University found that older adults who practiced monotasking experienced improved memory and reduced cortisol, the stress hormone. In fact, people who slowed down their daily routines, walking, folding laundry, even sipping tea, reported higher satisfaction in life and fewer depressive symptoms. So let me ask, how often do you give something your full attention? What's one daily task you could start doing more mindfully? Another habit with surprising health benefits is laughter. Yes, doctors in Japan sometimes prescribe laughter. It's part of a growing trend called laughter therapy, and seniors are encouraged to join social groups that include storytelling, comedy, or even laughter yoga. According to a 2022 report from Keio University, seniors who laughed at least once a day had better immune markers, lower cholesterol, and improved social bonding. Some clinics even schedule laughter sessions during physical therapy. It sounds funny, but it works. How often do you laugh each day? Who or what brings you joy? If it's been a while, maybe today's the day to call that old friend or re-watch that movie you love. Next is a habit tied directly to gut health, something Japanese doctors take very seriously: daily fermented foods. Items like miso soup, pickled vegetables, tsukemono, and natto, fermented soybeans, are staples in Japanese kitchens. These foods are rich in probiotics, which improve digestion, support immune function, and even influence mood through the gut-brain connection. A study from the Japanese Society of Nutrition found that older adults who consumed at least one fermented food per day had fewer digestive complaints, less inflammation, and lower rates of cognitive decline. While natto might not be your taste, even yogurt with active cultures or a small amount of kimchi can offer similar benefits. What's one fermented food you could add to your week? Another daily recommendation from Japanese health professionals is digital rest. Yes, you read that right. Older adults in Japan are taught to limit screen exposure, especially at night. Blue light from phones and TVs disrupts melatonin production and interferes with sleep cycles. Doctors recommend turning off devices 1 hour before bed and instead engaging in quiet activities like reading, stretching, or talking with family. A 2021 study from Kyoto Prefectural University found that seniors who took a nightly digital Sabbath fell asleep faster, stayed asleep longer, and reported better morning energy. Could this be the habit that finally fixes your sleep? Let's not forget nature connection, another key to longevity. In Japan, Shinrin-yoku, or forest bathing, is a medically recommended activity. Seniors are encouraged to walk in nature, breathe in fresh air, and take in the sights and sounds of trees, birds, and moving water. This isn't exercise, it's exposure. The goal is to connect with the natural world and allow the senses to reset. Research by Dr. Ching Lee of Nippon Medical School shows that forest bathing lowers blood pressure, improves immune markers, and enhances mood, even after just 20 minutes. If you have a park, a garden, or even a backyard, you can begin this today. What's your favorite way to enjoy the outdoors? Let's dive into another powerful habit recommended by Japanese doctors: eating with intention and appreciation. In Japan, the phrase "itadakimasu" is said before meals, meaning "I humbly receive." This is more than a cultural nicety, it's a mindful ritual. Seniors are encouraged to pause, look at their food, and appreciate the people and effort behind each bite. Research shows that eating slowly and with gratitude leads to better digestion, reduced overeating, and improved blood sugar control. Doctors also recommend chewing thoroughly, up to 30 times per bite, to help with nutrient absorption and dental health. So how do you eat your meals? Fast, distracted, and while watching TV, or slow, mindful, and with appreciation? One of the most unique things Japanese doctors emphasize is early sleep and natural waking. They believe the hours between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. are the most regenerative for the body. Seniors are encouraged to follow nature's rhythm, sleeping shortly after sunset and waking up with the light. This aligns with the body's circadian clock, allowing better hormone balance, liver detoxification, and mental clarity. A national study in Japan revealed that seniors who kept early to bed, early to rise schedules had better cardiovascular health and fewer mood disorders. Could shifting your bedtime back by just 30 minutes help you feel more refreshed in the morning? Another powerful daily ritual is tea drinking, especially green tea. Japanese doctors often prescribe green tea for its rich antioxidant content. The compound EGCG, epigallocatechin gallate, found in green tea supports heart health, brain function, and even cancer prevention. Elderly Japanese drink green tea 2 to 4 times a day, often brewed gently and enjoyed slowly. A study from Tohoku University showed that seniors who drank green tea daily had a 76% lower risk of cognitive decline. If you're used to coffee or sugary drinks, why not swap 1 cup for a warm, calming green tea today? Let us know your favorite type of tea in the comments. You may not expect this one, but using your hands in daily creative work is highly recommended by Japanese doctors. This includes calligraphy, origami, gardening, sewing, woodworking, or even writing letters. These hand-based activities stimulate fine motor skills, reduce arthritis stiffness, and engage the brain's creative centers. Studies from Hokkaido University show that seniors who practiced manual arts had stronger memory recall and better finger dexterity. Creativity doesn't fade with age. In fact, it can flourish. What's something creative you loved doing in the past, but haven't touched in a while? Maybe today's the day to start again. Another habit often overlooked but deeply healing is daily quiet time. Japanese doctors understand the power of stillness. Seniors are taught to spend at least 10 minutes in silence every day, sitting by a window, listening to wind or birds, or just closing their eyes and doing nothing. This short period of calm resets the nervous system, improves mental clarity, and brings down blood pressure. Brain scans from Tokyo Medical University show that silence improves memory consolidation in older adults. In a noisy, fast-paced world, silence is medicine. Could you find 10 quiet minutes for yourself today? Where would you sit? Let's move to another habit that might surprise you: maintaining a sense of responsibility. In Japan, many older adults continue small community roles like helping in gardens, sweeping public areas, or mentoring youth. Doctors believe that having a purpose, even a small one, keeps the mind and spirit alive. Okinawan centenarians often say, "Ikigai ga arimasu." I have a reason to live. A study from Nagoya University confirmed that seniors with daily purpose had lower rates of Alzheimer's, stronger immunity, and greater life satisfaction. What's one way you could feel needed today, even if it's watering plants or calling a grandchild? Another simple but profound recommendation is daily foot care. Yes, doctors in Japan teach seniors to inspect and massage their feet every evening. This isn't just about hygiene, it's a diagnostic and healing ritual. Feet are checked for dryness, swelling, or poor circulation. Gentle massage improves blood flow and stimulates reflex zones linked to organs. A study published in the Japanese Journal of Geriatrics showed that seniors who practiced foot self-care had fewer falls, better sleep, and improved mood. Your feet carry you through life. How often do you care for them? Reading aloud is another. In practice that Japanese doctors encourage, especially for older adults at risk of cognitive decline. Reading aloud engages multiple brain regions, improves articulation, and strengthens memory pathways. In some clinics, seniors gather for group reading circles, reciting poetry or classic literature. According to a 2022 study by Osaka Medical Center, just 10 minutes of reading aloud each day improved verbal memory scores and emotional regulation in seniors. Why not try reading something aloud today, whether it's a prayer, a poem, or even part of this script? One deeply rooted belief in Japanese wellness is the power of seasonal awareness. Doctors teach seniors to adjust their routines with the seasons, eating seasonal produce, shifting sleep schedules slightly, and spending time noticing natural changes. This seasonal harmony is called kisetsukan, and it helps older adults stay resilient against seasonal affective disorders, immune dips, and energy swings. For example, spring is seen as a time of renewal, so elders do gentle cleansing diets and walk in blooming gardens. Autumn, by contrast, is a time to slow down and restore. What season are you in right now, and how can your habits reflect its rhythm? Finally, let's explore one of the most touching habits of all: emotional honesty and gentle communication. In Japan, elders are taught to express emotions calmly and avoid harsh or excessive speech. This isn't suppression, it's about preserving harmony and lowering interpersonal stress. Doctors recommend reflective speaking, gentle voice tones, and respectful disagreement, especially in family life. A study from the University of Fukuoka showed that seniors who practiced daily emotional regulation had lower heart disease risks and higher relationship satisfaction. The habit of speaking softly and kindly is a medicine for both the speaker and the listener. How do you talk to others, and how does it make you feel? Let's begin this final section with a Japanese habit rooted in mental longevity: lifelong curiosity. Japanese doctors believe that the brain, like the body, stays youthful through consistent challenge and learning. Seniors are encouraged to ask questions, explore new topics, and try unfamiliar hobbies, like learning a new instrument or a language. In fact, A government-sponsored program in Japan offers free community classes to people over 65, and studies from Kyoto University show that seniors who learned new skills weekly had up to 68% slower cognitive decline. The message is simple. Never stop wondering, never stop learning. So what's something new you'd love to try this year? Another daily ritual that's incredibly effective, yet often overlooked, is deep belly breathing. Japanese wellness emphasizes hara breathing, drawing air deep into the abdomen, holding and exhaling slowly. Doctors teach seniors to do 5 rounds of this every morning and evening. This practice improves lung capacity, regulates the heart rate, and lowers cortisol, the stress hormone. Tokyo-based respiratory specialists found that older adults who practiced belly breathing twice daily had lower blood pressure, fewer respiratory infections, and even improved sleep scores. Try it right now. Inhale deep into your belly for 4 seconds, hold for 4, and exhale for 6. How do you feel? The next tip may sound simple, but it's deeply powerful. Making your bed with intention each morning. In Japanese culture, this practice isn't just about neatness, it's about starting the day with respect and care. Doctors say it gives seniors a sense of control, stability, and order, which sets the tone for the entire day. Research from Nagasaki Nursing School shows that seniors who made their bed daily reported less anxiety and improved daily focus. When you wake up tomorrow, try straightening your bed slowly and mindfully. It might feel small, but it sends a strong message to your brain. Today matters. Another powerful recommendation from Japanese doctors is limiting worry time. Yes, they know that life brings challenges, but instead of letting worry run wild, they teach seniors to give themselves a worry window. This is a 10 to 15-minute period in the afternoon to sit and think through any concerns. After that, they gently redirect focus to action or peace. This mental boundary helps reduce rumination, insomnia, and chronic stress. Studies at Keio University found that this practice lowered the risk of stress-related illness in older adults by up to 40%. What if you gave yourself a small box in the day to worry and spent the rest living? You may also find it interesting that Japanese wellness places great value on natural light exposure. Doctors encourage seniors to spend at least 20 minutes in early morning sunlight to regulate their circadian rhythm, support vitamin D production, and uplift mood. Elderly care centers in Tokyo are even designed with open courtyards for sunlight therapy. A 2023 study from Kobe University found that seniors exposed to morning light had better sleep quality, reduced depressive symptoms, and improved mobility. Could you open a window or take a morning walk tomorrow to soak in this natural medicine? Let's not forget the power of gentle stretching and joint movement every morning. In Japan, many seniors begin their day with Ragyo Taiso, or radio calisthenics. This short 5-minute routine gently warms up all the joints, increases circulation, and prevents stiffness. Doctors have found that this daily motion improves balance, reduces falls, and supports mood. And you don't need fancy gear, just some light movement to get the blood flowing. A nationwide study involving 1,200 seniors found that daily joint movement reduced musculoskeletal pain by 62%. Could you try a short stretch before breakfast each day? Another sacred practice is maintaining a clean, uncluttered space. Doctors emphasize how environment shapes the mind. Seniors are encouraged to keep their living areas clean, organized, and minimal. This doesn't just reduce tripping hazards, it also creates mental clarity and peace. A study from Japan's National Center for Geriatrics and Gerontology found that seniors in tidy homes had lower rates of depression and cognitive decline. The simple act of clearing a table or organizing a drawer can feel like reclaiming control. What small space could you declutter today? Japanese wellness also promotes laughter as daily medicine. Doctors suggest watching something funny, reading, light-hearted stories or sharing jokes with friends. This isn't just to feel good. Laughter triggers the release of endorphins, strengthens the immune system, and even improves vascular function. A Tokyo hospital study found that seniors who laughed daily had lower cholesterol and fewer hospital visits. Why not watch a funny show or call someone who always makes you laugh? What's the last thing that made you smile deeply? One very sacred and daily habit is respecting the body through posture. Elders in Japan are trained from a young age to sit upright, walk tall, and avoid slouching. Doctors teach that good posture improves lung capacity, digestion, and even mental sharpness. MRI scans from Kyoto clinics reveal that seniors with upright posture have better spinal alignment, which prevents nerve compression and reduces fall risk. Every time you sit or stand, ask, "Am I aligned with dignity?" This simple shift could ease many daily aches. And finally, perhaps the most profound habit of all is giving thanks at the end of the day. Japanese elders often end the day by saying, "Arigatou gozaimashita," thank you, while reflecting on the events of the day, even if it was an ordinary one. This gratitude practice helps shift focus from problems to blessings. Doctors suggest writing down or mentally reciting 3 things you're grateful for each night. A study from Shizuoka University found that seniors who practiced nightly gratitude slept better, had lower inflammation markers, and greater emotional resilience. Before you sleep tonight, pause and ask, what went right today? Now that you've learned all these daily tips inspired by Japanese longevity practices, here's what I want you to do. Choose just one habit from today's video and begin practicing it this week. Don't feel overwhelmed. True change starts small. Whether it's drinking tea mindfully, breathing deeply, or going to bed earlier, one new ritual could completely shift your health trajectory over time. Mid-video you chose your favorite habit. Now I want to hear from you again. What new habit will you start this week to help you live longer and feel better? Tell us in the comments. Was it the gratitude ritual, the tea, the posture, or something else? If this video helped you, please don't keep it to yourself. Send it to a parent, a friend, or someone you care about who's over 60. Let's spread this ancient wisdom and help millions live longer, happier lives, one simple habit at a time. And remember, if you haven't subscribed yet, now's the time. This is Seniors Health 24, where we turn everyday actions into life-extending treasures. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, stay grateful, stay curious, and keep living with heart.